Sink beneath the bumpy fluid curtain we call the surface, down into a liquid world, a playground of colors and motion, a world experienced only by those compelled to answer her call, the sea, wearing your only requirement for survival, air, enough for one brief yet unforgettable visit.
The whole inner thought process of just you and yourself and your buddy down there taking in this whole new world. Then they get exposed to it and they find something that it touches them a lot deeper.
Brent Argabright has been instructing students here in Southwest Florida for over 17 years. And this seasoned veteran has probably guided more local dive trips into the Gulf of Mexico than any other.
The reason why I enjoy teaching how to scuba diving is to see that smile that comes across, that light that goes on in a student when they realize what they are actually doing and what they're being part of. We certify right around 200 students a year. So if you multiply that out, that's about 3,400 students that we've done over the years here at Dean's Dive Center. The open water certification is the beginning step into diving. It's where you're introduced into the physics and the science of diving, as well as the equipment that you'll be using for diving.
Okay, so we're going to do 3 dives.
The Professional Association of Diving Instructors trains students to scuba dive anywhere on the planet to depths of 60 feet.
Upon completion of the classroom and the pool work, we then take that and go to an open water setting, which is in the Florida Keys. That way they can see what the goal was. That experience right there is incredible. The age requirements is 10 and above. I have certified 10-year-olds. I think the oldest gentleman I certified was 74 years old. A lot of my students come back and want to continue on and get more education.
Advanced certifications such as wreck diving, night diving, spear fishing, and drift diving bring divers to a higher appreciation of the sport.
They sign up for the next class because they have that thirst.
Without a doubt, the most favored specialty course with divers is photography. Kevin Sweeney has logged countless hours underwater with his cameras and continues to instruct new students today.
Well, people want immediate satisfaction, and with digital photography, you get your results immediately. The rewards, you're doing something that a lot of people don't do. You're seeing totally different animals that most people don't. We offer photo classes, digital underwater photography classes, and it's a 2-night program where we teach them the basics of underwater photography. Now today, you are the photographer and the developer. These are digital, 3 megapixel, small pocket cameras that have a housing. Just pop them in there, close it up. By the way, there's an O-ring seal on here that keeps the moisture, water out of the camera. And we just close it up and it's ready to go diving. We also have ones that are a little more sophisticated with a little bit better camera. This is a Nikon Coolpix camera, and they make housings too that the camera just pops in, close it up, and you can go diving. And then what's neat about this too is that they also have a strobe package. And what the strobe does is it brings the white light down and illuminates all the colors. The blue hole is probably one of the more exciting ones that I have the best photos of. There's a lot of turtles in the hole. We have Goliath grouper, anywhere from a couple of 100 pounds to 600 pounds.
Fort Myers resident and avid spear fisherman Richard Johnson knows what it takes to find the right dive spots. A reliable vessel and his own personal, sacred book of numbers.
These are a bunch of numbers that I've put together through different sources, a lot of which I've died, but a lot of them I haven't. There's 7,000 of them in this pile here. And when I go out, I take this book here, and I'll mark down who was with me, what the weather was, where we went, what we shot, and then I can always go back. About 30 minutes.
Anything, Mr. Rich?
There's hundreds of them down there. They're all over the place. So you just build your numbers by talking to people and looking every time you go out. There's a lot to see out here. There's an awful lot of good diving.
Chris Kepfer and Steve Boutelle of the Lee County Marine Fisheries Division have been creating artificial reefs offshore Lee County for a combined 38 years. Well over 100 reef deployments have supplemented fishing and diving habitat under their dedicated supervision.
People call us all the time and ask us for the secret numbers, but really what we do here is as a service to the public. The primary way that we get the information out to people is by way of our website. We've got a spot dedicated specifically to artificial reefs where all the coordinates are up to date. As a new project comes online, new information gets posted right away.
We'll also do fish counts and fish surveys to find out what fish are inhabiting the site.
And we've got a pretty extensive database where we keep track of fish. The fish are an indicator back to us of the health of what's going on. For people that dive, they will recognize this. You go down on a healthy reef and you not only see it, but you can hear it. You know, shrimp and crabs and things, they make noises, it's audible. You're underwater and you can hear that background noise.
We're building habitats, and basically when you look at the organisms that grow on what we put out there and the fish that inhabit them, and you compare those, they're virtually identical. I think we're building not really artificial reefs anymore, we're building habitat.
Education, experience, and the desire to explore your world is essential to Scuba Dive Southwest Florida.
So you go, I can't believe I waited this long in my life to take part in this type of an activity.
Connect to the underworld that surrounds you. Just add water.